Bulavanaka, hello and welcome to Drua Talk with Clarkie. Great to have your company as we reflect on another week of the Shop and Save Super Rugby Pacific. The Swire Shipping Fijian Drua Men and the Rooster Chicken Fijian Drua Women have a bye this week, and it couldn't have come at a better time after their disappointing losses to the Western Force in Perth last weekend. Very costly losses, especially for the women. This week, our special guest is former Chiefs prop and CEO Michael Collins. He's also a director of Super Rugby Pacific and he's head of sport at Bond University on Queensland's Gold Coast. We'll have highlights of the big doubleheader in Perth between the Force and the Drua, and Peni Matawalu gets to swing by Clarkie's corner. But first up, here are the highlights from the Drua men up against the Force. The Drua were hoping to make it third time lucky in Perth.
And Swain wins it. Set up the maul, looking for early points, the Western Force. 2 wins to start their season. And it's good maul defence. The backs join. Now they get the front foot. Maul, and they're over. Perfect start for the Western Force. Nick Dolly with the 5-pointer.
Yeah, great power and great combination there, and indeed patience as well.
In the first 2 minutes, got Williams in the front this time, and they set up the maul. This time they get the momentum straight away, and they're rushing to the line. It's a try, is it? It is. And it'll be Tizano this time who will get up with it. Carlo Tizano, his try-scoring streak continues. On the field for Deranalangi.
Set!
Got pressure through that scrum. Stewart, Donaldson just holds it up for Potter. Nice hands. Grilly. Got Pullman on the outside. George Pullman for the corner. Oh, what a put down from Pullman.
Interaction between team
Just
and
go straight
ref.
to me and I'll explain it.
Very
Okay, look, I've just seen it. The knee's clearly in touch, so I'm going to cancel out the try. We'll go back for a white line out.
up and in. Western Force exploiting that now, getting around them.
Dolly picks it up with the back. Dolly gets his second. The overthrow from Mikanavere, and his opposite number capitalises.
Still under.
Rivoli. Told to use it, Muntz. Fires it back down towards halfway. Really will go quickly. Potter. Potter looks up, spots some space, and goes straight through Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Oh, what about the feet from Harry Potter? He runs it from the back fence.
What an outstanding individual effort from Harry Potter.
No contest.
Williams wins it. Now the Force looking to rev the engine, and they do. And Nick Dolly, oh, he's running so hot, the numbers melted off his back. 3 tries in the first half for Nick Dolly. Going backwards here, the Drua. Gunny Masi, Wanga. It's a lovely offload away to Rakuro. What about the hands? That is the shot that they wanted to fire, but the cover defence is there. Longani Masi, brilliant defending from the Force. The Drua still in possession though. Can they score before half-time? Muntz caught in 2 minds. The scramble brilliant from the Force, but here comes the cross kick, and the bounce in sets up for Drua Sesset. And on the stroke of half-time, the Drua get a little bit of pay.
It took over 40 minutes.
They've got to fix up their ball control, spend some time in possession, all the simple things done well.
Drua get play started in the second half, and it's knocked on by Jeremy Williams.
Playing advantage, you're in the side.
Another penalty advantage. Danako Vata. Hands there. Reserve front rower Hetet. Changed the two props. Gonget on the field as well. Inside ball to Marcy and try to the Drua. Teniela Rakuro. He scores just after half-time. Check to Glenn Jackson there. His side with a bit of a mountain to climb in this second half. Can they do it? Western Force throw here. Dolly, the hat-trick. Man, once he's marked, Tazano to White. Stewart, short ball to Tompkinson running a hard line. And he beats the first couple of tackles. Tazano's in for his second. Oh, they put the foot on the accelerator, the Force there.
That's the word.
And lost backwards by Atumoli. So the Force somehow managed to hold on to the ball. Tompkinson now. Donaldson has to go into scrum half. Champion to Krepny.
No hands. No, because of that man.
Tumoli. Experienced campaigner. On the field for the Force. Oh, the sweat on the ball is no good for Donaldson. And now trouble. Now here's trouble. Wonga strides away. A breakout try for the Drua. The ball is like a cake of soap, but the Drua handle it better this time. Quicker ball here for the Drua. Oh, hospital pass there for Miramira.
First man.
And the Force turn it over as well.
That's blue. Turnover.
Wanslele Wassa goes short side. Horton. They just bunched up a tad there, did the Western Force. Harris pulls it back for Donaldson. Donaldson inside ball for Potter. He's into the backfield, chips ahead, looking for two, and he gets it! That is a bit of magic from Harry Potter this time.
Oh, the Force, they resisted the Drua.
So a little chance for a set piece special here. On the Western Force.
Hold! Ball's gone, boys.
Gotta go short side. Fury holds it up for Donaldson. Try to the Force. Then Donaldson. A little bit of afters. That's now 8 tries for the Western Force. They equal their most in a match in Super Rugby. Force have it. Finds Lele Wassa.
Okay, guys, that's time.
Says, let's get a drink. A well-earned one for the Western Force.
Another road trip, another loss for the Drua men. So they head into this week's bye with a 1-from-6 record, and there is a lot of work to be done. They have 5 home games to come, so they can still make the top 6 playoffs, but 1 or 2 wins on the road will make things much easier. Let's check week 6 results, and the Chiefs down Moana 50-35. The understrength Reds broke a drought in Dunedin with their 6-point win over the Highlanders. The Crusaders are back. They beat the Blues 42-19 in Auckland. The Waratahs ended a long run of losses against the Brumbies, winning 28-23 in Sydney. And the Drua still can't find a win on the road, losing heavily to the Force in Perth. The Hurricanes had the bye. The Chiefs are on top with 22 points. Crusaders and Reds are on 19, Tars 17, Brumbies 15, Force 14. So all 4 Aussie teams are in the top 6 at the moment. Then it's the Highlanders, Hurricanes, Blues, Drua and Moana. And here's the leaderboard for the Super Rugby Pacific Player of the Year award. Brumbies back rower Tom Hooper is on fire. He's on 18 votes. Reds Harry Wilson, Highlanders Caleb Tangatau, Chiefs Damien McKenzie are all on 13. Moana's Adi Savir is on 12, along with the Highlanders Timothy Tavatanawai. The Drua's Vuate Karawalevu has dropped out of the leading bunch for now. Well, you're watching Drua Talk with Clarkie, and our special guest is Super Rugby Pacific Director Michael Collins. He's a former Chiefs prop, former Chiefs CEO, and nowadays he's head of sport at Bond University. Hello, Michael.
Well, Clarkie.
Great to catch up with you in your workplace. It's a little bit different to FMG Stadium in the Waikato in Hamilton, isn't it? But how's it going for you?
It's going great, thanks Clarkie, and welcome to Bond University Rugby Club. It is a little bit different to FMG Stadium Waikato. It's overcast, which is similar to Waikato, but it's 28 degrees here, where it'd probably be 12 in Hamilton.
But it does rain on the Gold Coast. Nobody told you about that, did they?
No, they didn't, but it only rains when you're not on the golf course, so that's great.
Let's get the Chiefs out of the way. Your old team, you must be happy with them. 5 from 6 so far, on top of the table.
Yeah, look, really pleased for them. Really pleased with the way they're playing. They've had some close games and they've had to fight out some really tough wins. I think the depth of player they've got, especially in their loose forwards and midfield backs, has really proven to be a point of difference to them at the moment. And yeah, a little bit sad that Clayton McMillan's moving off. He's been great for the club, great for the culture, and he's a coach that I know the players and all the staff really respect.
Now, in your role as director of Super Rugby Pacific, what have you and your fellow directors made of the tournament so far? Because I know a lot of fans are enjoying it.
Yeah, I think we've been really happy with the closeness of the games. Every team's competitive, and I think what we've seen is every team can beat every other team on their day. The ball and play has increased a lot. The speed of the game has increased, and I think the level of rugby has taken a step up from last year to this year.
The Chiefs, you've had one loss. It was to the Drua in Lautoka. Drua are coached by former Waikato star Glenn Jackson, as we know. And while they can't win on the road, they are competitive at home, no doubt about that.
The Drua are a world-class team. The way they play at home, you know, they're so great to watch. I think they're everyone's second favourite team, unless you're a Fijian fan, and they're your first favourite team. I think, look, the challenge for the Drua player, more than anyone else, is to take that mindset they have at home and to take that on the road. There's no reason why they can't play the way they do in Suva, you know, at the Force last week, or in Hamilton or Dunedin. They're fantastic athletes. I think we saw them score one outstanding try over in Perth that probably only the Drua could score.
Yep.
So look, my message to the Drua players is make sure you take that mindset that you have at home and take it on the road.
And as a director, are you happy with the impact that the Drua has had, not only on Super Rugby Pacific in Fiji, but in the Southern Hemisphere?
Yeah, like I said, the Fijian Drua are everyone's second favourite team. The way they play the game, I think everyone aspires to want to play the game like the Fijian Drua play the game. So for me as a director on Super Rugby Pacific, I'm absolutely wrapped with how they're going. We know that Glenn Jackson's, he's a fantastic coach. He's probably one of the better coaches going around. He's had 300 games as a first class player. He's had 200 games as first class referee. And he's cut his teeth under Mick Byrne as an assistant coach before getting a full-time coaching role. I think they're extremely well coached, and I think they're really going to add to this competition. I just hope they can get a couple of wins on the road and they will be in the top 6 at the end of the year.
$6 million question now. Is a bull round possible? A super round in Fiji? Is it on the drawing boards at the moment?
Look, we're definitely discussing that around the board table, and Fiji seems like a logical place. With the tourism and everything else that's going on up there. So look, it's definitely something that we are talking about.
Where do you see Super Rugby Pacific in the near future?
Look, I think we've had some challenges, right, since COVID. We've had the South Africans depart, we've had the Melbourne Rebels depart, the Jaguares depart, but I think we're in the consolidation phase. I think there's the product on the field, the way the players are playing, it's fantastic rugby at the moment, and I think we just need to keep our head down, keep playing really good rugby and see what the future holds in 2-3 years time.
Okay, well let's head back to home, Bond University, and your team, the Bull Sharks, they play in the Brisbane Club competition. It's a very good standard, by the way, and how's the season shaping up for the Bull Sharks here at Bond?
Yeah, season's shaping up really well. We've had an influx of new students, so Being a university rugby club, we have a lot of healthy changeover of players. That's really exciting. We get players from all around Australia, New Zealand and the Pacific Islands come over here to play rugby. So look, we play an expansive brand. We play a university style of rugby, a Fijian style if you want. Last week we had our last trial. We hosted Sunnybank and I think we won all 6 games and we scored a lot of tries. So look, you never know what's going to happen out there on the rugby field, but optimistic that we're going to have a great year.
One of the foundation members of the Fijian Drua, Kalina Solko, former Fijian Sevens captain and of course a gold medalist in Sevens at the Tokyo Olympics. He's playing for Bond, so a good signing.
Yeah, Kelly's been in and around the past 2 or 3 years. He come over when we had a relationship with the Fijian Drua and we would play some of their players in the non-23 and he's stuck around. It's a really interesting story. He's gone from a winger to a midfield back to a strapping number 8. So we can't wait to get Kelly on the field and he's a fantastic player.
Is Bond University open to inviting Pacific Island players to come over and play rugby, any sport really, and study of course?
Oh, absolutely. And like we have an Olympic swimming program, we have swimmers from Cook Islands, Papua New Guinea, Tonga. We have a couple of rugby players that are students that have come over from Fiji. We've got 100-metre sprinter from Tonga. So we're welcoming all students from whatever sport they play and whatever Pacific Island nation they come from.
So if someone's watching this on Sky Pacific throughout the Pacific, how do they go about applying for a spot at Bond?
Go to our website, Bond Sport. All our contact details are there. Flick us an email, flick us a note, and we'll be back in touch.
I'm carrying this. This is the Bond University rugby book, Phoenix Rising, which was launched recently, and it's a great historical piece on Bond University rugby. And there is a chapter in there saying the Fijian connection.
Yeah, there is. I think every rugby club in the world feels they have a connection to Fiji because Fijian rugby players are such fantastic athletes and that they've gone around the world playing rugby. I think in the initial stages of the Bond University Rugby Club, our first coach and our dean of the law school had a connection with Prime Minister Rabuka, and Rabuka would send some of his soldiers out here and some government officials to study law in the law school, and they ended up playing. We had a lot of Fijians playing in the first 3 or 4 years of the rugby club. So we've got a pretty cool connection back to Fiji and the Fijian government.
Fantastic. Now, no doubt you are tipping the Bond Uni Bull Sharks to win the Brisbane competition, but all right, put your head on the chopping block now. Give us the 2 finalists for Super Rugby Pacific in 2025.
Look, obviously, as an independent director, Clarkie, I'm impartial to who makes it, but look, I'd love to see the Chiefs there. I don't know if I want to see the Fijian Drua there if it's their home final. As you know, they're tough to beat at home, but look, it'd be a great game, the Chiefs v the Drua in a final. It'd be free-flowing and the ball will be going from end to end.
I like the way he's thinking. Michael, thanks for your time. All the very best with Bond Uni in 2025. So go the Bull Sharks, go the Chiefs, and go the Drua.
Thanks, Clarkie.
Vanaka. Great to catch up with Bond Uni Head of Sport Michael Collins and hear his thoughts. Okay, let's check out this week's Super Rugby Pacific draw. The Drua had their first bye. Friday, it's the Hurricanes hosting the Waratahs in Wellington. Can the Tars go back-to-back? And the Brumbies host the Highlanders in Canberra. 2 games on Saturday. First up, the Crusaders versus Moana in Christchurch. And the Aussie Derby, the grudge match between the Reds and Force in Brisbane. The Chiefs, Blues and Drua have a bye. Time to talk Super Rugby Women, and the Rooster Chicken Fijian Drua needed a win over the Force in Perth to stay in the race to finish in the top 2 and host a semi. Let's have a look at some highlights.
And we are underway. Fijian Drua kick off to the Western Force.
Set, up.
Strong scrum from the Drua. They're going through the middle of the Force.
Advantage.
Now the advantage comes. So Drua through and they're over. Nice Sewa, far too easily crosses. Leonard wins it down in the Force, making good meters. They're keen to strike back. They are backwards, over the line. They drop the pill. No. Backwards the call. They are still alive. Jones waved off it. Nagama on her own. Support that now. Nagama scores the Force. hit back. Yamanaka, Freeman, Tapsell, just straightening and driving those legs. Queuing up in the middle for the force, Jones. Strong run to Mika Jones! Brilliant from the young star. Drua, eyes darting, looking for the ball. Yamanaka frees it out. Tapsell taking on a few. Tapsell taking on half the team. And Tapsell driving over the top. Breaking that first tackle, almost keen to reach out. Drua, they're over. Have they got it down? The force tried to stop them. Tapsell wrestles to ground. Nagama's skipped. Okay. Late contact was okay. The force at Ivani Balecki. Too much room to work with, and the force, another try. Recruited
inside. Keep moving back.
To the Fiji 7 side, straight out of high school. Represented Fiji 7 side at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. And 2 tries so far this season for the Western Force. Pomare. Room to work with. Look at the pace of Adivani Balecki. Tasolo's in trouble. Balecki overruns it. Pomare does not. The Western Force are dominating the Drua.
Well, the Western Force have certainly found their groove. It's tries galore in this opening half.
Picked up by Yamanaka at the 22.
Wait.
Smith. Teki Joyce.
Okay, it's a lifting tackle. It's gone past horizontal. They've landed on their shoulder. Okay, it's a yellow card.
Western Force with a healthy advantage. Kick into the stands, and Western Force at half-time, 33. Lead Fijian Drua 14. Anna Koravata is on for Fijian Drua in jersey 17. Keep an eye across a few of the other changes as they come through.
Stay there. Okay, use it.
Ball's there. Koravata is over. By weight of presence, Fijian Drua.
Ball's available.
Yamanaka just shuffling Koravata out of the way. Jeez. The contact at the defensive line has been something else all afternoon. Rozievich.
Okay, hands off. Step back.
Rolling up towards the 22. Pomare with support. Freeman. Freeman going herself and steps back towards the posts. The force against the run of play. A big strike in the second half.
Well, it was patient, composed play from the Western Force, just chipping away at this Drua.
Tapsell.
No, 7, no. Clear release. No, leave it. You're offside. 20, 11. Keep moving back. Okay.
Nkosi, time to gather and wind up, and that she does. Nkosi just about through. She had some speed on the outside. Nkosi running 3/4 of the length of the field is over.
Individual brilliance, Aloisi Nkosi, to keep her team in this game, to fight back.
Time on.
And there they go, to the front to Michaela Leonard. And now Masters can get towards the back of this. They sprinted away. Masters to Leonard, unopposed. Drua keen to get set and lend every player to stopping this force maul.
Keep it up.
Awama is at the back. Masters now grabs the ball. She is over. A penalty try, the decision. 7 points to Western Force. And they keep their season well and truly alive.
Number 16.
Well, the Drua are going to see a yellow card here. It was just one infringement too many. Ashley Masters thrown in the deep end. Her old stomping ground in at hooker, and
look at the urgency, keen to play. Nakore!
Shorts, on the line. On the line.
Drua, well over and down. They hit back almost instantly. A fully back, Leddington into touch. As the siren sounds, and that'll do it for the Western Force. A big, big win for them in their 2025 season. They beat the Drua and put themselves towards a finals berth.
It's time to catch up with one of the 3 flying Fijian scrum halves in the Drua men's squad. On Drua Talk, it's time to see who's in Clarkie's corner. Joining me in Clarkie's corner is flying Fijian and also Fijian Drua scrum half Peni Matawalu. Bulavanaka, thanks for joining us. Where did it all start for you, rugby-wise?
Thank you. It was started when I was started from when I in the village before when we started class 1 and kindergarten. It was started in the village when we usually play. We use the ball as a water bottle. Just take a water bottle and use instead of of the ball, football, we use a water bottle. It started when I was maybe 4 years old.
4 years old, and look at you now, you're still going strong. Did you, coming up through the ranks, have someone that coached you for many years, or was there someone that influenced you? Did you have a hero?
Yeah, I was lucky that my big brother was play rugby. He's a former flying Fijian too, Nico Matawalu. I was lucky that when he usually go to camp, or I always go and we go and visit him when he came back from overseas. When we were in the village, we came and visit him when they were in camp in Tanoa or GPH.
Now, you were there in year 1 with the Drua. It's been an amazing 3 years so far, into the 4th year now. You must be happy with the way the team has come together and the country's got behind you.
Yeah, I was very happy because the starting was a little bit, the starting of the Drua. We leave the country and we go and started in Lennoxen. And we go and learn, because most of us, we will start from the Skipper Cup and we go and learn the professionalism and the professional, what to eat and how to professionalize your rugby journey. And training.
You made your test debut for the Flying Fijians against Tonga. Do you remember it? Well?
Yeah, I was debut against Tonga in 2022. We were playing in Suva. We were playing against Tonga and I was off the bench. That was Vunkota. Vunkota was the head coach of the Flying Fiji.
Must be like a dream come true though. Not only are you with the Drua, but you're playing for the Flying Fijians, you've been to a World Cup. And dreams do come true. Yeah. Hard work though.
Yeah, I was, thank the Lord for bringing me to do, because when I grew up, our aim is to play for the Flying Fiji, but we have to be consistent. If you are reaching there, you have to be consistent. You have to be in the squad and try to play.
Great chatting to you. Keep up the good work and congratulations on everything that you've done. But Naka. Well, that's it for another week of Drua Talk. Let's hope both the Drua men and women can bounce back after this week's bye. Thanks for your company, and thank you also for the positive feedback you've been giving about the book, The Rise of the Drua. Remember, it is available at selected stores around Fiji and also online, drua.rugby. I'm Greg Clark. Move.